Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel, Saved by an Angel. My name's Ash, and in this video I'm going to talk about my experiences with shrooms, and I'm going to start with my opinion of them before I ever tried them. The first time that I did try them was in 2015, and I was 35 years old. Prior to that, I never touched shrooms because even though I knew nothing about them, never did any research, never talked to anyone that had even been on them, but I formed a very strong opinion that shrooms were for crazy people that wanted to run through the streets seeing imaginary butterflies. Can't blame you, that would be pretty cool, right? But that was my opinion of shrooms before I ever tried them. In 2015, I was working with an energy worker, Reiki healer, for quite a while when she told me about shrooms. The previous 2 years for me, I was battling suicidal depression and I was having a very hard time opening up my heart. And she told me how microdosing mushrooms and mushrooms in general can help open up your heart, help you release pain and sadness and anger and all these things, make you have a better understanding of who you are. And when I first heard this, I was like, I don't know. I had this belief that, shrooms were for crazy people, but I trusted this woman. We've been working together for a long time, and she told me so many crazy things that nobody knew and nobody would know. And so I said, okay, I'll give this a shot. And so we made this time where we did a ceremony or whatever, and I did shrooms for the first time. Now, I can tell you something, the very first time I ever did these, it changed my life. It changed my outlook on who I was. It changed my outlook on what these little mushrooms were. Because what had happened was, for the very first time, I experienced complete oneness of my body. What does that mean? Well, I wiggled my toe on the sitting cross-legged, and I felt it in the top of my head. I was completely one. Everything was connected. And the next time that I did shrooms was another guided meditation with the same healer, and I experienced the opposite. I experienced my energy body, and I realized that my soul is not confined in my body. It is in my body, but it's expanding outside of me. It's a big energy field, right? And so I learned these two very valuable things right away. I started, the very first experience helped me realize how our body is this giant ecosystem all working together. It's fascinating. It's the most sophisticated thing on the planet. And my next experiences on shrooms, see, what I learned doing a little bit of research is that our eyes are only capable of seeing 3% of the light spectrum that's around us. So what does that mean? That means when our eyes are seeing at 30 frames per second, we're not getting the whole picture. There's 97% of light we don't see. And so what do shrooms do? Shrooms help us see at 60 frames per second. They speed up our vibration. They take us from the physical to the astral realm, which means basically the light that our naked eyes are not currently seeing. That 97%, it doesn't open you up to all that, but you go from 3% to something higher. I don't even know what it is. I used to think seeing all these things, seeing sacred geometry in a wave on the ground was just hallucinating. But no, it's energy that's existing in a different dimension that it opens you up to. I recently did a podcast on the Jeffrey Reynolds show, and when he posted it on YouTube, I was reading through all the comments, and there was like 8,000 views at the time. There's a whole bunch of comments. And some of the people, because I was talking about my experiences of interacting with, being visited by Jesus and angels and ETs and even Lucifer, and some of the comments were, as soon as I heard that he was into psychedelics, he lost all credibility. And I was like, okay, that's like the old me, right? The one who's thinking these are just crazy things. But my opinion on it has changed so much now. And I think if you've never done shrooms, you should definitely do a little bit of research or talk to people that have before you have a strong opinion about them. This has just been my experience. Hope it helps. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.